Another day and another video. Today we are talking about Malaysian leaf frog. Check it out. Can you see that? Okay, the reason I am wearing gloves like always handling the amphibians because the skin for the amphibians is very sensitive, and these guys are breathing through the skin. And Malaysian leaf frogs, they are very sensitive and they are very, the stress can cause them death. Stress can kill them. But these guys are amazing. You can find these guys in nature from Thailand to Malaysia and Southeast Asia. In the rainforests. These guys normally they prefer cold area rather than hot. So keeping them in captive, you don't need much heat. That means they can do fine in cold weather. Room temperature is fine for them, but they can you can go also for 16 degree is totally fine for them. That means cold doesn't bother them like other like reptiles or other amphibians. These guys are a master in camouflage. If you see check it out. You see, they look like a dead leaf, and in nature, it's impossible, nearly impossible for you to spot them in the daytime. While they are among the leaves and stuff on the ground of the jungle, it's nearly impossible to see them. But interesting thing, at night, if you go herping and you are interested to find these guys, you can use a torchlight and the eyes is glowing in the dark, so you can spot them at night. But if you see these guys in the nature, please don't touch them because these guys are very sensitive. And I'm gonna put them back because these guys don't like handling at all. Coming back. Yes, I put him back. Like I was saying, keeping them as a pet is easy, but you don't really have to touch them and handle them. They really don't like it. And it's not good for them. Stress can kill them easily, like I said. They need a high humid enclosure. You can provide for them like a medium-sized enclosure, but even though they are terrestrial, you have to choose an enclosure that is a little bit high. It's tall, so because these guys, they like to hop and jump and they can injure themselves with the top of the enclosure. So you choose a rather taller enclosure to keep them. The humidity you have to keep between 60 to 80, and and feeding them. When they are small, when they are smaller size, you can feed them every 2 or 3 days. When they grow bigger, they reach certain size like sub-adult and adult, you feed them only once a week. Overfeeding them is a bad idea. Unlike other species of frogs who are eating pellets and stuff, this guy is only feeding on live prey. So you can feed them with crickets, mealworms, superworms, whatever insect feeder is fine with them. These guys, you don't keep them together. If they are not same size, you don't keep them together because cannibalism is common among Malaysian leaf frogs. They eat each other. So you keep them separate. And they don't need a UV lamp really. In the enclosure, for the substrate, you provide for them moss, which you make it wet. They like it. And you provide for them a wet hide, which they can go and hide under. bowl of water. Calcium and multivitamin, you have to feed them. You mix it with your feeders and you throw, they eat, so they absorb the calcium and D3 and multivitamin. Breeding them is not that easy unless you are very experienced in amphibians and in frogs, and they are cool animals. They look very nice in display. You can put them in your room. Looking at them is nice, beautiful animals, and like I said, easy to take care of. They don't need UV lamp. Just keep the temperature right and the humidity. That's very important. And don't put them in a room with in a crowded room that a lot of people coming and going, because these guys get stressed easily, and stress can kill them. Yeah, but in general, keeping them as pets is easy, and they are not so expensive. I mean, taking care of them is not so expensive. They just need an enclosure, and they are only feeding on insects. I'm trying to feed him today, so you can see how they eat. One more thing. The females are growing much bigger than males, Malaysian leaf frogs. The females are growing much bigger than males, and they are just amazing. I'm gonna feed him and coming back. Yeah, we are out of feeders, but it's okay. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about the giant toad, Asian giant toad, and in that video, I'm gonna make it up to you guys. Yeah, that's it for today's video, and I see you in the next one.
And